My heart nearly stopped when that woman spit on my daughter's face. I'll never forget the way the saliva rolled down Lily's cheek as she sat frozen in her wheelchair, tears welling in her big brown eyes. We had moved to Maple Glen just 5 days earlier, thinking we'd finally found peace. I took a job transfer here specifically because the house had no stairs and wide doorways perfect for Lily. She's 11, born with cerebral palsy, and uses a wheelchair full-time. Despite everything, she's the most joyful, kind-hearted kid I've ever known. Her smile could light up a room. That Tuesday morning had started out so beautifully. Lily wanted to put her seashell collection on the porch shelves her grandfather gave her before he passed last year. She treasures them, organizes them by size and color, and they bring her comfort when the world feels overwhelming. I told her of course she could. This was our home now. I was inside grabbing more boxes when I heard yelling. When I ran out, I saw a sharply dressed woman looming over Lily. Her nails were painted blood red, her posture stiff with self-importance. She was screaming about the shells. "This junk violates HOA regulations," she barked. Half the shells were already broken, scattered across the concrete. Lily looked up at her with fear and said, "Please don't touch them. They're special to me." The woman's face twisted in disgust. No junk on porches. No visible wheelchairs. No ramps without approval. Then she leaned down, and before I could even get to them she spit. Right in Lily's face. My baby froze. Her little hands gripped her wheelchair, so tight her knuckles turned white. The spit clung to her skin and hair. I saw red. I sprinted across the lawn. "What the hell did you just do?" I shouted. The woman barely flinched. "Name's Clarissa Benton, HOA president. You'd better learn the rules if you plan to stay. Her condition doesn't give her special treatment." My hands shook as I wiped my daughter's cheek. "You just assaulted a disabled child," I said, my voice cracking. Clarissa laughed. "Don't be so dramatic." She then threatened to fine us $100 a day until the accessibility ramps were removed. That was it. I pulled out my phone. "Who are you calling?" she sneered. "The police," I replied calmly. "My name is Rachel Monroe. I'm a child protection investigator. I transferred here last week. I specialize in abuse cases involving children." The look on Clarissa's face changed instantly. Gone was the smug smile. Her eyes went wide. I held Lily's hand and dialed 911. Neighbors had started gathering. A few were filming. Clarissa hissed, "My husband is the best lawyer in this town. You have no idea who you're messing with." I stared her down. "Neither do you. I've spent a decade defending kids from people like you. I know the law. I know every judge in this county. And now, I have witnesses." The officers arrived within minutes. Officer Daniels spoke gently to Lily and gave her a small teddy bear from his cruiser. "He helps brave kids," he said. Meanwhile, Officer Nguyen took Clarissa aside. As we waited, the neighbors shared stories. One said Clarissa forced the Ramirez family to take down their autistic son's therapy swing. Another said she fined the Kims for flying an autism awareness flag. An older woman whispered that her granddaughter was told her wheelchair lowered property values. The officers returned. "Would you like to press charges?" Officer Nguyen asked. I didn't hesitate. Absolutely. When Clarissa heard the charges assault on a minor with possible hate crime enhancement, her face went ghost white. "This is insane. I'm calling my husband," she shouted as they handcuffed her. "Your crippled brat doesn't belong here." Gasps echoed from the crowd. Officer Nguyen shut the cruiser door before she could say another word. That night, after Lily fell asleep clutching the teddy bear, I sat on the porch, picking up the broken shells through tears. Messages of support poured in. Mrs. Patel from next door brought cookies. "We've all been too scared to stand up to her," she said. "Thank you." The next day, I called my boss and explained I'd need to recuse myself from any case involving Clarissa Benton. He sighed. "You're not the first. We've had 3 families report her for harassing disabled kids, but they were too afraid to file formal complaints." I said, "She picked the wrong mom this time." 3 days later, the HOA held an emergency meeting. The community center was packed. People stood along walls, sat cross-legged on the floor. Clarissa's husband sat in the back, arms crossed, glaring. I stood before them. "Clarissa Benton has a restraining order, keeping her 500 feet away from my daughter. I'm also filing a formal complaint against this HOA for violating disability laws, 26 counts so far." The room erupted in applause. Mr. Green, a retired vet with a cane, stood. I motioned to remove Clarissa Benton as HOA president. The vote was unanimous. Her husband stormed out. Mr. Green was appointed interim president. His first act? Cancel all disability-related fines and approve every pending accessibility request. That weekend, someone left a weatherproof display case on our porch with a note. Emma's treasures. All welcome here. They had collected replacement shells from the beach. Lily cried when she saw it. Mom, I think we have real friends now. The transformation was stunning. More families came forward, 15 in total, sharing stories of bullying. Some had even moved away to escape Clarissa. A local news station ran a story titled, HOA Discrimination Exposed. The district attorney called me personally. We're adding harassment charges. 5 more families want to press charges. Clarissa's lawyer husband withdrew from her case when his firm started losing clients. He issued a public apology and began volunteering for disability rights groups. A month later, neighbors unveiled a new playground with wheelchair-accessible swings and ramps. They renamed the park after Lily. Lily's Garden, a place for everyone. Donations poured in. The street was renamed Harmony Lane. Lily started a friendship club for kids with and without disabilities. 20 joined the first week. By the end of the second month, 45 were attending regular playdates, crafts, and movie nights. The community pool added a lift chair. Families who once hid their children out of fear now proudly brought them out to play. Clarissa pleaded not guilty in court, but with 3 video recordings and dozens of witness statements, the verdict was clear. Guilty. She was sentenced to 300 hours of community service at the Disability Center, a $10,000 fine, mandatory sensitivity training, and 2 years probation. Her ex-husband donated $50,000 to build a sensory garden and named it after Lily. Our story made national headlines. 3 states introduced legislation banning HOA discrimination against disabled residents. I was promoted to lead a new division at CPS focused on disability rights for foster children. And Lily Brave, beautiful Lily now dreams of becoming a disability rights lawyer. I want to help kids like me, she says. Next Saturday, we're hosting a block party to celebrate 1 year since what people call the Great HOA Uprising. There'll be accessible games, sign language interpreters, and quiet sensory zones. Lily is giving a speech. She practiced it last night, standing tall in front of her mirror. One person tried to make me feel broken, but instead, she showed me how strong I am. Everyone belongs here. And she's right. Our story isn't just about justice. It's about transformation, about standing up when it matters most, and about what happens when a cruel woman spits on the wrong child, one whose mom has spent her life fighting for kids like her.